have on your phone?
Those damn Minecraft fans. I mean, just trashing theaters, breaking chairs,
Chicken
shouting at the
jockey.
screen. Chicken
Chicken jockey.
jockey. I never
Uh,
really played Minecraft, so I don't know what
That's
that
all you
means.
hear. So a chicken jockey is uh it's an amalgamation of two mobs in the game. One of them being the worst mob ever, which is a child zombie, one of the small little zombies on
yeah.
top of a chicken.
Thank you for explaining that to me because I was
Yes.
tone deaf to that. But anyway, welcome to Kino Therapy. How's everybody doing?
Great. I'm excited to talk
Great.
about what we're doing.
I know we got
Yeah.
our summer preview episode tonight. Woo!
Yeah, we're saving that for the end, folks. I hope
Yeah,
you'll enjoy it. So,
Because we're going to talk about toxic people
yeah, we're gonna talk
first.
about something a little, you know, not as exciting, but it could be exciting depending on which way we take this.
yeah,
Toxic.
Zack is going to be talking about a little bit of what he wanted to talk about last time
Mhm.
on the pod, but couldn't because I was such a talking whore.
Oh, it's all
Which
right.
is more than fine.
I contributed enough to that episode, so it's fine.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm gonna give like not a Cliff Notes version, but like a condensed version of what I was going to talk about. So I recently saw the new Snow White movie. I thought it was
Okay.
okay.
And it was not woke, because
No,
I've seen it.
it was not woke. It was I mean it was all right. I mean it was good. I mean you got to know going in you're seeing a remake of the first ever Disney movie, period. It was the first ever Disney movie. Um as you probably listeners know, there's been like a dozen controversies with the movie. I'm not going to get into that too much, but I will say that a lot of them do have to do with outside factors, cough, cough, toxic fandom, and toxic moviegoers. Um, so setting aside the political remarks by Rachel Zegler and by Gal Gadot, and some of the studio controversies with the dwarves and changing the plot and not including all the music from the movie and Gal Gadot's singing voice not being that great. A lot of the controversy was geared towards the movie, quote unquote, being woke and that
Ass.
there's a Latina person, actress in the Latinx community playing Snow White.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's what caused the movie to bomb after talking with some people and doing my own research before on this topic. I do think the movie just didn't connect with audiences because there's been a lot of different Snow Whites, like there's been a lot of different Peter Pan movies.
Yes, there.
Um, yeah, that there's been a lot of Disney remakes.
There's been several Little Mermaid movies.
There has been,
Including one
yes.
made by an insane asylum.
Yes, I didn't see
Yeah,
that one, but you
remember
guys saw that with Ben, I
yeah,
think.
remember when we saw that animated one that came out the same year as the Disney remake that
And
was
then
Yeah.
just
like
so
and then like
goddamn awful?
you guys like stopped paying attention to it like what a half hour in.
Yes.
Yeah, it was weird, but it had its moments of like awful animation, and it was kind of boring, and it had these like weird moments.
It's like one
And
of those. It was like one of those movies you would see like at Redbox, right?
Yes. Or no, the dollar store.
Yeah, or the dollar
R.I.P.
store.
to Redbox.
Yeah, RP to Redbox. I'll just take a moment to say I'm sad Redbox is gone, man. Like although
Yeah.
like COVID probably kind of killed it and streaming. I
At
don't
least
know,
the
like,
physical medium of Redbox. I think
and you can't say that they didn't adapt because they had a streaming website where
They
I never
did.
used it, but they did adapt to the times. So I think it was just like I think Matt said, they changed company owners and they spent a lot more money than they probably should have. And
Well,
stuff
to
like
be
that.
fair, Redbox killed Blockbuster and Hollywood Video.
Yeah, and then streaming killed Redbox.
What's
But
next? Libraries being killed?
I hope
I hope
not.
I hope not, but
That we're in Fahrenheit 451.
it sounds like
Oh, yeah.
something that Doge would do.
Yeah, it would. They did cut funding for libraries, but
Those
anyway, so I know. So I just wanted to briefly talk about how I know there's a lot of controversies about the production itself with the Disney Snow White movie, but I feel like this toxicity, toxic fandom, toxic moviegoers about this movie, I feel like just got way too out of hand. Like I saw so many things on Twitter and social media. Like I would say, guys, even more than the Last Jedi stuff. Like I saw so much crap and stupid stuff about the Snow White movie. People like cheering that it flopped, people cheering that it wasn't good, and stuff like that. So I just want to have you guys interested to think about, do you think this is going to become the new trend where people, even if it's a small vocal minority, are going to try to crash a movie? Or do you think this is just specific situations like Snow White?
I think
Hmm.
it's something that has been happening for quite a while.
Hmm.
This whole movies are woke and making like 8-hour videos about how this movie that I don't like is
Right.
woke and bad. It's really a
Cough.
phenomenon on YouTube and stuff.
It's just
What was
kind
that,
of,
Alex?
yeah, go ahead,
I,
Alex.
I said cough, Ben Shapiro, and Barbie.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. And then you're
He
right
had
about,
such the stupidest critique on Barbie too.
oh my God.
but
I don't
go
know.
on,
I
Matt.
feel like it all started with the whole uh, Me Too stuff back in the mid
Makes
2010s,
sense. Yeah.
and it
Hmm.
was just this whole backlash towards like feminist projects or like feminist leaning stuff, or about as much as feminism as you'll get from a corporate owned backed studio who want to like pump out like just your average like pro woman
Yeah,
message kind of
I,
film. It's
like I
like
remember
they're
yeah,
not radical films being made by Disney and stuff like that.
like
They're
I know
not incredibly radical, but
I know a common movie that got that criticism was Lady Bird, but except it was merely just a coming of age movie.
no,
Hmm.
but a lot of movies that really got the blunt of this that kind of blowback, like people wouldn't shut up about the Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
mean,
it started
I know
with
Alex doesn't like the movie,
I
no,
feel
but
no,
like
no.
I feel
Just
like it
say
did
the
start
movie's
with
not
that.
terrible, but I don't.
your
I do.
critiques are probably not because
They're women.
women.
It's just because it's not written very good. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, you can really tell it's very much a lot of the comedies ad lib,
Yeah, it's
like made up on the spot,
hmm
It's
kind
written
of
like
stuff.
it's an SNL skit. That's what I don't love about it.
yeah, it's
Or
too like I don't know, it's too like it doesn't take itself seriously enough.
like
Like,
the Last Jedi got a lot of blowback from people. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, there's so many people that just complain about that.
that have hours and hours of videos about it.
the
Now,
last Jedi was
now
good.
I might be a Last Jedi defender a little
No,
bit.
me too.
I don't think it's a great movie.
Yeah,
It's
I
not.
There's definitely things you can critique about the movie, but I feel like people just like
yeah, I just again,
gone way too far.
that's
If
what
you
I feel
hate
like
the
people
movie, that's like
that's
that's
what
one thing.
I feel like that's what people did with Snow White. I feel like it was the most I've seen since probably The Last Jedi with people
Or
taking it way too far.
Captain Marvel,
Yeah, Captain Marvel too.
which is like a kind of it's just a mid-ass movie.
Fair.
Right.
Nothing like to make a big, huge deal about,
Miss
frankly.
Marvel was more mid,
So
though.
say I would say the Marvels, the second
Oh,
movie.
the Marvels. Yes, thank you.
I feel
Miss
like
Marvel's the TV show.
Yes.
yeah, Miss Marvel was the TV show. I didn't watch it, but
I didn't watch that, but the Marvels movie that was more that was not good.
mm,
But
yeah, go ahead.
so every sequel that the MCU has now, it's just not good. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That does anyone even remember anything that happened in that movie?
I didn't watch it. I think the only thing that I watched after seeing I watched up to the second Black Panther movie, and the only other one in the series that I watched after that was Guardians 3, and that's about it.
But
I'm
Guardians
surprised you
3
didn't
was
see.
good at
I'm
least.
surprised you didn't see
Well, yeah,
Deadpool and Wolverine, Matt.
I did not see Deadpool and Wolverine.
That one wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. I feel like the Fantastic Four is going to be somewhat similar to that, but we shall
Yeah,
see.
it'll be like a soft reboot.
So I guess we'll see what happens when the Lilo and Stitch movie comes out next month.
I know
But
that got controversy with the actress that they casted for Nani not being dark skinned enough.
are you fucking
Or
serious?
yeah,
That's what I mean.
that was a controversy. So
That's what I mean. Dumb critiques like that just ruin a movie for people.
yeah, and yeah, I don't want to say too much of it because I don't want anything I say to be taken out of context. But
Fair enough.
I'll just say that I hope that well, it's still bad, but I hope that the toxic fandom is really just geared towards more mainstream movies because once I feel like we start to get into like A24 neon movies getting that hate, I feel like that's gonna be really bad.
They do though. Not all of them, but most of them do.
Oh yeah, give me an example.
So people didn't really like Uncut Gems because of it made them feel nervous or you
Oh
know
yeah, you're
Oh, it's a
right.
very like anxiety-prone kind of film,
yeah.
Mm.
like that.
And the probably some of the profanity.
And people also didn't really care for the witch for it being a slow burn.
Mm.
Yeah, but no one's been like, "Oh my god, this A24 movie is so woke."
Yeah, no one has ever said that about an A24 movie, and thank God. But
That's what I think. I just hope we're not heading towards that. That's why I just wanted to talk about this topic as I'm hoping they just it's people and it's mostly people that have no intentions of seeing these movies by the way. I mean, come on, Snow White is the lowest rated IMDb movie of all
I know.
time. I mean, come
I mean, it's
on.
not. It's not. It's one of the though. It's one of the lowest rated. It's not
Oh,
on their bottom 100.
oh,
If
because they
as
did
I'm
that just they
as
did
I'm
that
scrolling
disclaimer,
through,
right?
but a lot of people. It's at like a 1.7. Oh,
Oh, that went
Oh,
up.
1.6.
well,
It's a 1.6
Yeah,
on IMDb,
Alex, when you told me
and
about
I
it, it had
feel
like
like
a 1.4.
I feel
yes.
like a lot of it is review bombing, which people tend to do. Excuse you.
Yes, sorry.
Oh no, I would say you know how people say "bless you"
Yeah,
for sneezes. I wish we had something for like little
burps.
burps. You know, like burp, like oh,
But
I
anyway,
know.
because excuse you feels like excuse you. You
Hmm.
know. So I hope it didn't come off like that. But anyway, like I was saying, like a lot of places like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes are prone to review bombing, where there'll be like targeted attacks towards targeted attacks. I'm saying it like it's gonna harm the movie in some way,
No, well, it does
but
harm. It harms its
targeted attacks
reputation.
on websites
It harms its reputation.
even before a movie has come out, where
Right.
they'll like
oh
review
yeah,
bomb
that's
like
annoying.
low rated. It's like don't do that.
That's why a lot of us studios now do those review embargoes.
There
Yeah,
was
I
one
mean,
thing I was gonna say on the A24 thing. They did have that movie Warfare, but I don't know if people are saying that's woke or not.
I don't think
I
people were saying that
I
was
think
woke or
people were
not.
saying it's like,
Propaganda.
yeah, and it's like appealing to a certain group of people.
And I wonder what they're gonna say about the new Ari Aster movie.
Yeah, that I feel like that'll be a test because they're taking on a very significant event that was very became very political where it shouldn't have been.
That thing in New Mexico in 2020, I think it was.
Yeah, just the whole thing that takes place in 2020 itself.
Oh, yeah, that whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
But anyway, I
but
just
yeah, I was
hope that
just
we can,
yeah,
in the future, move past woke as this sort of pejorative, at least in terms of uh, media critiques, because it's barely a media critique. So woke was originally like some uh, like slang, like sort of like it was like a slang for being like, oh, you know, like what's up, kind
Yeah.
of.
hmm
It was I forget how it was, but then it got like sort of bastardized and taken by these sort of media personalities to mean like anything that I don't like or anything that's somewhat progressive in messaging. I mean, I don't know how much progressive Snow White is, you know, other than the fact that Rachel Zegler, who is a Latina, is starring in it, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
they do
It's really
change
just a bad critique.
the story, but I wouldn't say it's like radically progressive. She just has more agency in this version than she did in the original when it comes to
Uh,
like confronting the evil queen.
And I mean, like, the original 1937 movie is probably vastly different from the original fairy
Oh, yeah,
tale.
no,
Oh
100%.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So it's already different anyway.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, in the original fairy tale, like, while Snow White is asleep, she has some of the prince's, like, children.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Which, I
And
mean, you shouldn't really portray that in a kid's movie. So, I mean, that's a good call on them
she also
for
has a
not doing that.
she also has a sister called Rose Red, which is interesting. Originally, Disney was going to develop a spin-off movie of her story, but then they changed it to go the remake.
Hmm. But one thing I will say about toxic fandom, Minecraft, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah, it's like a complete opposite.
Oh yeah, that whole thing is like a internet game of like annoyance.
That's like the
That's
reverse.
like
It's like I feel like that started with like what was it the second Minions movie where they
it was
people
the
wearing
set. Yeah,
suits and
I
bringing
saw a couple
banana
people in suits that first day of Minecraft.
and people bringing in bananas and stuff,
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, no, but Minecraft, people were like bringing in chickens, throwing popcorn all over the theater.
soda all over the
Oh, and
floor.
didn't you say the director of Minecraft was being an asshole about that? Like he was defending that?
Yeah, and he said do it more or something. Or he's
I,
like it's okay to like do that stuff.
It's like no, this movie is just came out. Let people like enjoy it. Even I say that like it doesn't look like a good movie, frankly.
No, and
no.
I haven't seen it,
I will probably
but to
never see
me,
it. If I do see it, it'll be for free. I just I don't I never played it. I have no interest in it. It looks basically just the whole movie's a meme.
So basically, fuck you, Jared Hess, for saying that shit. The director of
yeah,
Napoleon
Yeah,
Dynamite.
he
it's
should
not
have
like a Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of thing where
no.
everyone in that audience has most likely seen the movie already
hmm
and know the specific things to do and like do their own thing and dress up and stuff like that.
hmm
It's not like that. A lot of people are going to the movie theater to see this movie for the first time. And all of you shouting and yelling, and some of you bringing in horns, And
Like that's
throwing
just
popcorn and being rude and disruptive. It's like
I
let
saw somebody.
people just watch the movie.
I saw somebody did live fireworks at one of them,
Are you serious?
which that's
Oh,
a fire hazard. You'll probably get arrested.
what were you saying that Jared Hess should do? Like apologize for saying that?
I feel like he should say like confirm that he's just like how directors are like like the director for Sinners, Ryan Coogler did this. Like write a letter to the fans being like, "Thank you for coming out supporting my movie. A lot of great people went into making this movie. Thank you for
Yeah.
supporting the theater experience." Something like that. I feel like he went about it in the wrong way, and he should apologize because there have been theaters that have been severely vandalized, and it's a lot on the workers who have a tough job anyway, just cleaning a theater. Never mind a theater that's filled with popcorn and sticky soda on the walls and floors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
fuck you, Jared Hess. I mean, I still love Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre, but fuck you.
but yeah, theater etiquette is definitely a topic for another time. But I will say that when regards to toxic fandom, as like Matt said, it's been around since like the mid 2010s. We're going on almost a decade of it. I hope it goes down a little bit. I don't see it coming down anytime soon, but we'll see. Again, like I always do, I blame social media.
Yes. But so yeah, the other thing before we move on is Jack Black was on the Amy Poehler podcast yesterday, and they barely talked about Minecraft, and thank God.
Oh, it's probably done before.
Yeah, they talked. Well, no, they talked about him hosting SNL.
Oh,
Zach,
so
we should
that's
actually just
random.
play Minecraft together.
We should because I've never played it or it's been a really long time.
You've never played it. I feel like you'd enjoy just the creative side of doing Minecraft. You can build a house,
Yeah, that'd
try
be
to
cool. I mean,
survive.
I'm definitely not against. I'm not those like, oh, like that's what the kids play because it came out when I was in middle school, so it's really of my time and our
Mm.
times. So yeah, I'm definitely opening to playing it at some point. That'd be cool.
Hmm.
I forget how much it is now. So
Yeah, it's like maybe in the App Store. I think I mean it's years ago. It was like 2 or 3.99. I think,
Hmm.
but who knows? But
yeah,
yeah. Thank you for.
I had the Java version. I know that. That's what
Oh, that's cool.
I downloaded. So I have it on computer.
Nice. Well,
Everything computer.
everything computer. Well, long story short, thank you guys for that topic. Me presenting that, and long story short, just don't
Don't be an asshole.
don't be like critical of a movie that you haven't seen or have no intention of seeing, unless like. But even if you do have facts to back it up, how do you know? Because the film is subjective. Like, just don't be so hard on a movie because a lot of people like that's how they like make their livelihood. So, and that's all I have to say about that.
I just remember.
So Alex and
Yes,
Zach, you've
Hmm.
seen Snow White. Do you think it is a 0.1% worse than Disaster Movie?
I've never seen disaster movies,
I
so.
saw it in
Oh,
years. I saw it years ago, and I would say it was not even close to that bad.
So wait, it's not rated. So wait, it's rated higher than Jack and Jill. Then
You have to ask our
what's
friend.
Jack and Jill rated on IMDb?
uh, stand by.
You have to ask our friend Michael, who has seen disaster movie.
But has he seen Snow White?
No,
Oh wait, no, never mind. Jack and Jill has a 3.3 out of 10.
that's a little high.
I know, right?
It's like those people that give Minecraft 5 stars on Letterbox.
But is it ironically or unironically?
Probably a little bit of both, but yeah. And I don't think it was woke, Alex. Do you? Even though I
No,
hate that word anyway, but
I
so
hated
first,
Gal Gadot in the movie. Like she was awful, but
Yeah, she's not a great actress. She's a good actress. She's not a great actress.
Minecraft is the first movie to get a 6 on the enhanced Fujita scale for tornadoes.
Oh
which
my
isn't which
god.
isn't which isn't real. I don't think it's real.
No, the enhanced Fujita scale only goes up to EF5.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, the highest rated tornado is a 5. It goes like 0 to 5.
Oh wait, I should know that. I've seen fucking Twisters. God damn it.
Oh yeah, they talk about the enhanced Fujita scale all the time, and
I think we talked about this before. When you had a whole segment on this, Matt, with the tornadoes and stuff.
yeah,
I
because that was the thing that my YouTube algorithm had gotten
Oh,
me
that's right.
into
We're
at the
talking about
time.
YouTube algorithms. That's right.
My
And
YouTube algorithm right now is weird. I'll just say
what
that.
what is it having you interested in?
Right now, roasting childhood cartoons. Like I was watching this one guy who was roasting Jimmy Neutron the other days. I hadn't watched it in years.
Oh man.
The guy's name was Berlizzi, and he was roasting Jimmy Neutron.
Hmm.
And he was
My
also
YouTube. Oh, go ahead.
he was also roasting the Magic School Bus. The Magic School Bus one is really funny.
My YouTube algorithm now is like something about. It's like old talk show hosts, old talk show interviews mixed in with random like music videos from like the 60s and 70s.
Huh. That's interesting.
All right, Alex, your topic.
So I just
What
want to
would
say
you like to talk about today, Mr. Carr?
fuck you, David Zaslav, for almost killing Coyote versus Acme. And did he almost kill the new Looney Tunes movie too?
Yes.
So there's a new
Until it
studio.
was bought by Ketchup.
And
Yep.
then he
So
almost and then he almost killed or made it straight to streaming Beetlejuice.
he almost made Beetlejuice straight to streaming. You know what? Fuck you. Not you, Zach.
I
Zaslav.
know.
Um, Beetlejuice was awesome. So fuck you, David.
I know. Yeah, he's an idiot. But anyway,
So Ketchup Entertainment, yes, that's the new studio that acquired the Looney Tunes movie, and now this new Coyote versus Acme movie. The movie better not be mid. I'll just say that.
Yeah, all of that
all
stuff
that
about the
for
movie and like actually it doesn't matter because I feel like it's a win for movie distribution.
But you liked the Looney Tunes movie, right?
Oh yeah, The Day the Earth Blew Up. It's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I've been meaning to see that. But he's gonna be like pissed if they go to streaming. I could tell
well,
if
they're
they.
certainly not going to probably go to HBO Max.
So
Oh
what I
wait,
gather is Coyote versus Acme is part animated, part live action, kind of similar
correct.
to
Space
Space
Jam.
Jam and Back in Action,
Yeah.
where
Correct.
it's kind of like a courtroom drama, but as a Looney Tunes film.
I don't care. Back in Action is a guilty pleasure of mine.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid. I should revisit that.
But The Day the Earth Blew Up, surprisingly enough, was the first all animated, theatrically released Looney Tunes movie, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, but it's just Daffy and Porky Pig, right?
Yeah.
Do the others have cameos?
Do they? I don't recall.
If you don't remember, that's fine.
I
Yeah, it's
don't
all right.
recall. So
But yeah, I'm glad Ketchup Entertainment saved this fucking movie.
I remember someone said
Yeah, it made a
right
couple
before it's
million, I
like,
think.
hopefully Ketchup buys the Coyote, and I thought that was a funny sentence.
Who said that?
It's just someone that I worked with.
Oh man, that's awesome. Was it come out next year?
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. I might see it then. because I didn't see the day the Earth blew up because
I
none of my
supported it in theater with my own money.
see. I
Was
would have. I just didn't really feel like seeing it by myself because nobody wanted to see it with me that I knew.
I would have.
I mean, Alex, you would have, but I figured you probably see enough movies, and well, how about this? We'll see Coyote versus Acme,
There we go.
right? All right, right there. Me and Alex are seeing that.
There
You
we
can
But
come
that
go.
would
too,
be
Matt, if you want.
okay.
Sure.
But anyway, yes, no, I'm excited for this movie. I like that studios are standing up to this prick for these fucking tax write-offs. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
It's like you're billionaires.
That sounds like something Donald Trump would do if he owned Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it's like a Doge cut. Like never the Batgirl's never gonna get released. That Scooby Doo that Scoob holiday movie that was like finished, and they're like a month before releases. Nah, we're all set, and just never released it.
Oh, this reminds me. I'm reminded of a time. So, when way back in the day, the big producer of the 90s was the unfortunate
Harvey
reality. It was Harvey
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
And it's funny you
So,
mention his name or coincidence because his retrial started today.
really, that's
That's
Because
weird.
weird.
But anyway,
yeah,
back in the 90s, Harvey Weinstein, I believe they were put in charge of the American release of the Studio Ghibli film Princess Mononoke, and they wanted
yes,
to make cuts for the to the film.
mm-hmm.
So in response, a producer for from Studio Ghibli sent him a samurai sword with a message attached to the sword that said "no cuts," which
That's
I think
awesome.
is the most awesome, most cool thing
That's
ever.
awesome. But that's the
Just
thing.
to stand up to a
Yeah,
megalomaniac kind of studio
yeah.
exec like that, just to be like, you know,
And also something with Harvey Weinstein, he wanted to make the Lord of the Rings trilogy into only two movies. It's
How does that
three.
work?
It's three books.
No, but how does that work? A trilogy being only two movies? That's so stupid, Harvey.
I know. And I feel like
I
David
guess they would
Zaslav
pack like half two towers in
in
one
the first
movie and the other
movie,
half
in the
in
second movie,
another.
so they would have been like 4 hours.
Ah, jeez.
No, but I feel like David Zaslav thinks he's like a film producer. At least
And
Harvey
he's
was a film
not.
producer. At least Harvey Weinstein was a film producer, but he still was a hole because he tried to get more involved into movies than he should have. It's like Harvey, it's not the you're not David O. Selznick. Like
Motherfucker
chillax.
thinks he's Robert Evans. So much so
Exactly.
that he bought his fucking house.
Oh, I forgot about that. But I'm glad the movie's coming out. I never heard of Catch Up Entertainment before. I'm curious to see what other movies they have in their filmography.
Well, I think the Looney Tunes movie was their first one, so there'll be more for
I think.
sure.
Let me take a
Mhm.
look. I know they've been around. They're a production distribution company that have been
But,
around since like
but yeah,
2011.
no. Oh,
Like
really?
Alex said,
Yes.
maybe this was their first like major wide release. Because I mean,
Uh,
I feel like it was at least in a what maybe in over it was the, the Day the Earth Blew Up was in at least over 1,000 movie theaters. I think.
Yeah.
I
they
mean, it was,
released like a lot of lesser known films, but some that I've somewhat heard of.
mhm.
The parody film The Starving Games
Oh, yeah.
from the same
Oh yeah,
people that made Disaster movie. So,
and the
oh
Starving
sorry.
Games was definitely a movie I remember seeing at Redbox.
I think they did
They
the,
produced well they didn't produce. They distributed or one of the distributors behind A Royal Night Out, which is about um, Queen or then Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret. You know,
so basically
Mhm.
they
during
must have
VE
just
Day.
recently. So they must have just like recently bought the rights to Looney Tunes or something.
They were a co-production on Michael Mann's Ferrari,
Oh, we
Oh,
saw
the
that.
recent Hellboy film.
the one from 2019 or no?
They did it. Was it? Is
Oh
it an
no,
animated one?
the 2024, the Crooked Man.
Oh,
Was
oh,
that on Netflix?
I
Mm,
don't know.
I
it
don't know
went
where that
direct
released.
to VOD.
Oh,
But the Starving Games, that also means they did the Hanover games.
Hmm.
Those movies looked terrible, so I never saw them.
Yeah, you're probably better
And
off.
I could have sworn they did what was that western that came out last year?
Um, who was in it? I
But
don't
like,
remember.
but while he looks that up, it's like,
Horizon, the Kevin
oh yeah,
Costner. I
Oh,
could have sworn that they distributed that, but it
I
doesn't
believe I'm
say
the
it
only one in
on.
my. Am I the only one in our group that's seen that? I feel like it. I
yes.
am. It's funny. I like that though. I'm the only one
But
that's
didn't
seen
they?
it.
But they canceled part two, and we don't think that's not coming out anytime soon, right?
I don't think so. I think they're trying to reconfigure it to go onto streaming.
It had premiered in last September at Venice, at the
Yeah,
Venice
that's
Film
what I
Festival,
heard, and
and it also
it got
showed
better
at
reviews. I think.
Santa Barbara International Film
Are you
Festival
talking about the
earlier
part
this year.
two
Part two,
that?
part two, yes.
And I think they said they're still going to try to release it, but they just don't have a date.
Yeah, it's still not. Yeah,
But if it was at Venice, then it'll probably eventually come out.
I could have sworn they distributed the first film, but it doesn't say on their Wikipedia page.
Oh, they probably did. I don't remember. I don't remember the studio logo being in front of the movie. That doesn't mean it wasn't. But I
Yeah,
mean, I
no,
saw
like
that.
we just didn't know, like at the time that that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I never heard of them before until the day the Earth blew up. So they weren't on my radar. But I'm sure they were involved in it. If you saw it,
But yeah, so the thing I was gonna say was when we were talking about like the stupid parody movies. You guys know I love stupid comedies. That's like the one kind of comedy I don't like.
really, I'm surprised.
Besides scary movie, I don't know. It's just I feel
Or
like
even they're too stupid even for like comedies that you see.
yeah, that's the thing. Like I like the scary movies, but like I don't know, every
Yeah, I like those.
huh?
I like those too. The only other one I've seen was Epic Movie when I was like a teenager.
But every time those movies come out, I feel like they're just trying to be scary movie. That's why I don't really fuck with them.
Yeah, well, wasn't it like some of those movies had like the same makers too? I think
Yeah.
was it like the Zucker brothers or something or whatever their names were.
And like the same thing, like they try to do fucking like a parody, like movie 43. I've never seen that. I don't have any desire to.
Yeah, that movie looks really bad. Like some movies are just unwatchable.
Matt owns that movie.
I'm trying to get rid of it. Does anyone want it?
Give it
I'll
to
set it
Mike.
on fire.
Give it to Mike. He has the guilty pleasure of movie 43. He always mentions it.
Of course he does.
Um, but yeah, I'm happy that it's getting released. I'm hoping, like Alex said, more distributors and studios take the initiative to take movies
From
from
that
movies that are going
Rick,
to be canceled or outright not made.
because Zaslav has to be the worst human being on the planet, besides Donald Trump.
He's the reason I'm not getting. If I ever do get HBO Max again, it definitely will be when he's gone.
Hmm.
It's just Max.
Shut up, Matt.
Me and Alex still call it HBO Max.
I know. I'm just kidding around. Sorry.
No, I know, but I also think it's a little overpriced, but that's just me.
But yeah, no, like if he did that stupid thing with Beetlejuice, you never would have seen it.
Exactly, that made what, like almost $500 million.
Yeah, so fuck you for almost canceling that as a probably a tax write off.
Oh
Or
yeah,
sending
before we get to our last topic, Matt, what did you think of Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice, because I saw that you watched it.
Oh yeah. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
now they're making a third one. That like come on.
Oh, we can't. Now we can't say it.
But then he'll
That's
show
the
up.
thing. Because they're gonna fucking put the title 3 times.
Yeah, we can't say it.
But then
Can't.
at least that'll be probably. But then at least that'll be the last one. I don't know story wise what they can do for a third movie.
Well, I didn't think like I don't know. I feel like when I first saw it, that was a thing, right? I was like, oh, they're gonna try too hard to be like Top Gun Maverick. You know, a sequel coming out like almost 40 years after the original,
Right,
and
because it was one of them. It was probably the most significant one since Top Gun Maverick.
yes, and then before that, it was Blade Runner 2049.
Hmm. And then before that, it was, well, I know we had Revenge of the Sith, but like Star Wars: The Force Awakens coming out 30 years after Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah,
But I know Star Wars has been around and stuff, so that's not completely the same. But
well yeah.
I feel like a lot of movies like have taken that marketing similar to like Jurassic World and the Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and now they're just like,
Yeah, we're in the time
oh
of the legacy sequel, as we'll
yeah,
soon see.
the requel, the
I don't know
reboot
if I
sequel.
don't know if I'm gonna see that new Jurassic Park movie with Scarlett.
We're gonna get into it.
I
We're
don't
gonna
think it
get
looks. Oh
into
yeah,
it.
that's a good transition. And now Matt, unless Alex has anything more to
If
say.
you have anything more to
No,
say.
I don't.
Well, first I'll start with this. Unfortunately, I no longer work at the movie theater. I'm gonna have to put that out front. It was a very
We won't
unfortunate
get into
circumstance.
why.
Yeah.
But there is a job opening that I saw recently, and the only unfortunate thing is it's quite a ways away. I'm unfortunately not qualified for it, but it's an interesting gig. They give you room and board and your own vehicle that they drive you in. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are higher up at that place who are really vying for this position.
Oh, who gives a hell? Just apply for it
I
anyway.
wouldn't I wouldn't say who gives a hell with this position.
No,
The
I'm saying like just. I mean
no the
like just
joke
apply. Who
the joke
cares?
is it's for Pope. That's the joke.
Oh God.
Oh
Oh
come
God.
on,
That was so
Matt.
bad. That was so bad. I said hell. Please forgive me.
I kind of wanted him to
I
go more.
walked. I walked right into that one.
No, he said it's quite a ways away, so I was like,
It's
oh,
in,
so
in Italy.
I thought quite a ways away. Oh, Boston.
no, that's what I thought he meant too. But yeah, no,
Boston.
we're gonna have a real life
Man,
con.
instead of vehicle, I should have said
Oh man.
mobile.
Honestly, my remark saying that fit that perfectly.
You're fine.
But we're gonna have a real life conclave, you guys.
Yeah, Matt called it. Just Matt said it might happen if he dies before the Oscars. Conclave will win Best Picture,
But he didn't.
and it did, and he didn't. So
So,
Matt's theory is still relevant.
yes. So, I don't work at the movie theater anymore, but I still have a love of the movie theater.
That's
There we
good. I'm glad. I'm glad it
And
didn't sour your
oh
experience of
no,
that.
no, it's fine. So this episode is probably coming out sometime in May.
Yep.
Which is perfect
You
because
know what
that's when
that
the
means?
summer
Because
movie season.
this is just
That's
about
perfect.
the unofficial beginning of summer, which is Memorial Day.
Yeah,
This
and
episode
I
should be out
know,
by then.
But
and now with like, I know you don't quite want to hear this, Matt. Like when the movies were actually better than they are now. Like the MCU movies used to come out the first weekend in May, and that was like the kickoff to the summer. So it moved it out for Memorial Day, and then before that it was June, and then before that it was July 4th weekend. So we've gone from July to May for the
But
summer movie season to begin.
but we do have an MCU movie the first Friday in May. Now that you say that,
But anyway, Mac, go ahead.
I don't know. For Memorial Day, that was when like the Star Wars movies came out, so which was
Yeah,
the big
for years it was
blockbusters.
Memorial Day. Now it's like the first weekend in May, really.
I know.
Colleges are still going on. Well, they have kids that probably college kids have like finals and stuff, but
All right, so
yeah,
for you folks
Memorial Day is a
home,
good start.
I have a list. I don't know if you heard my paper rustling.
I
A
just
list
did.
of the big movies that are coming out between now and Labor Day, which is the unofficial schedule of the summer, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Okay.
So we're gonna go over. Alex and Zach are gonna talk about them briefly,
Hmm.
and just to have you have a well-rounded idea of what might come out this summer. Now, I'm doing this early, and there's a lot of movies that probably will come out in the meantime, and stuff that I'm not aware of because they're either limited releases or haven't come out at on film festivals that will come out during sometime during the summer. Maybe they might even be released in the fall or somewhere along those lines. But
Hmm.
enough of the chit chat. Here is your summer 2025 movie releases. We
Starting
were just
with
talking. We were just talking about a Disney live action film, and the first one on here is another Disney live action film. We actually mentioned it. It's the Lilo and Stitch live action film.
we're not talking about movies coming out the first 3 weeks in May.
No, I said we're starting around Memorial Day, and this is like
Oh,
the
oh.
after the Memorial Day, before the Monday of Memorial Day. So keep
Okay,
up.
so yes,
I think
sorry.
Matt just wants to avoid talking about Thunderbolts. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm
But
not
anyway,
trying to avoid. I like to think of summer starting around Memorial Day.
No, well, that's what it always was for years. So you're not. I mean, my father always said that Memorial Day was like the first weekend that started off like the summer movie season.
but
Like
anyway, we
Matt said, the Star Wars movies, which next year are coming out in May, which I'm excited for. But that's
but
next
yes,
summer.
we have Lilo and Stitch. That's right.
Lilo and Stitch. Okay, so I probably won't see it in theaters. I'll probably wait till Disney Plus if I do see it. But I saw it before Snow White, and it didn't look as bad as I thought.
So I have two nieces who are dying to see it, so I'll be
You're
seeing
probably
it.
you're probably going to be seeing it as well with them, and they'll be like,
Yep.
"Lilo and Stitch, yay!" or something, whatever they say. I don't know what they say.
Oh
It's just
yeah,
funny because I don't know about you guys. I saw the original Lilo and Stitch 20 years ago with my mom.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I should probably revisit
Thanks for telling
that.
us, Unk.
Yeah, I should tell Alex's nieces. I saw the original before you guys were born. But that's probably a case
Oh
for a
yeah.
lot of. But that's probably the case for a lot of people. They're going to see the movie.
All
Well,
right.
yeah, no, like last weekend when I saw them for Easter, we watched Freaky Friday, and I was like, this movie came out before you guys were even born.
All right, what else is coming out that weekend, Matt?
Oh, we
All
got
right.
the
This is the final, a quote unquote, the final installment of the Mission Impossible series, the final reckoning.
Oh, great.
so
What are they gonna call this weekend? Mission Six.
oh god damn it, Zach.
Gosh, I hope not. That's stupid.
But anyway, I'm more inclined to see this than Lilo and Stitch, obviously.
Yeah, I might
But
binge watch all of the Mission Impossible films before watching Final Reckoning. Although
I
And I've
did
only
I'm
that.
not 100%
and,
sure about watching it on opening weekend, but still.
and I've
I
only
did
seen the
that.
first movie, so I probably will skip this one.
I did that before seeing Seven. I probably will do that again. But
You'll have time.
well, like Matt, I probably won't see it opening weekend.
Yeah, it'll be out for at least a month.
Yeah, but you should see the other ones though, Zach. They're all good.
Yeah, I do. They do interest me. It's just some things. There's so many like franchises. Like I just feel like I can't get into every single one. Like one of the biggest ones I'm not into is Star Trek. It's just like there's so much lore and stuff
My
going on. And
see
Mission
that
Impossible is another one where I just like there's so many movies, but I mean maybe in time I'll watch them.
see my uncle is obsessed with Star Trek, and like you, I'm just not into it like he is.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like I'm not into it. I'm 28 years old. Like I feel like if I was gonna get into it, it would have been when I was like a teenager, and I just never have been. I'm
But
Star Wars all the way, but nothing against you Trekkies out there.
I'm not like Sheldon who watches both.
Mm.
All
But
right.
in Mission Impossible, I probably will see all the movies eventually. So I will not be seeing this opening weekend either.
So I saw there's a new cast member in this movie, and it's fucking Nick Offerman.
It's funny that's what you pointed out.
All right, and I also want to mention some of the so along with the stuff that's coming in theaters, I also want to briefly mention some of the stuff that's coming to streaming. All right.
Hmm.
So on the 23rd, along with Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible, we have Fear Street Prom Queen coming to Netflix, which is a follow-up to the Fear Street trilogy, which is a bunch of horror films that are based off of
Oh, those movies
R.L.
are
Stein
those movies
books.
are those movies are fucking awesome. So thank you for telling me about that.
And
And
I should watch those before I cancel Netflix next month.
Fountain of Youth, which is a Indiana Jones esque action film with Natalie Portman and John Krasinski coming to Apple TV Plus. It's also directed by Guy Ritchie.
Oh, I don't think
I
I've
thought you
seen
were going to
anything.
say
I
directed
never
by,
saw anything about this.
but John Krasinski. You probably am going to guess that I'm going to watch it, and you'd
Mm.
be correct.
Have you seen anything about it, Alex?
No, but I trust that it'll be all right.
I
All
mean,
right.
I like both of them. So anyway,
Now let's get to May 30th. All
Oh,
right.
there's a movie that day that I know Zach is excited for.
All right. So
Mhm.
first one, there's going to be a lot of horror movies this summer, and here's the first one we're going to mention. I mean, besides Fear Street, but Bring Her Back. I don't know too much about it. I wanted to keep like a lot of stuff like don't want to spoil too much from movies, but I
Mhm.
know it's an Australian horror film. It's from the same people who directed Talk to Me from
Oh,
2 years ago.
okay.
Oh, so nice. That'll be a good follow up.
We've got
Oh,
a romantic comedy called Jane Austen Wrecked My Life.
Oh, I
Part
what?
like that.
It's in part
I like that
English and
title.
French. Um, and I think this is the one that Alex was alluding to. It's Karate Kid Legends, the continuation of the Karate
Yes.
Kid series, and Cobra Kai, as well as the Karate Kid remake from 2010, where we're getting Jackie Chan in the mix as well.
It's funny.
So
So I haven't seen any of Cobra Kai. I've just seen the Karate Kid movies, but apparently this takes place like years after Cobra Kai. So I shouldn't be too far behind. But if not, I know my sister has watched it with one of her friends, Cobra Kai. So I just asked
we
her
all have to
if
catch
I'm
you up.
confused. If I'm confused about anything, I'll just ask my sister. I do want to watch Cobra Kai at some point, but I was waiting for it to wrap up, and it recently just had its final season. So
But like I was saying, you were excited for it because I know the original is one of your all-time favorite
it
movies.
is. Yes, it is. And it probably, since I'm not seeing like a ton of summer movies this summer, although that might change after I hear what Matt says, I will probably see that. Just maybe not opening weekend.
So I need to. I haven't seen the original in years. I will go back and revisit that. I haven't seen the sequels, but I have seen the 2010 movie. So,
You could always just watch the original and the remake, and you'll be fine.
Now, the
but
only thing I'm wondering is will there be a cameo from Hilary Swank?
oh
That's too
god damn
funny.
it!
Because spoiler alert, she's not in Cobra Kai. But yeah, that
Uh,
would be funny. Victoria Swank is back making movies now, so that'd be cool.
No, because she was the next Karate Kid.
Yes, and
oh
like,
yeah,
and I like how this kid is the next Karate Kid, kind of.
but it was
Although
supposed.
we had Jaden, it was supposed to be Jaden Smith, but he's not really acting as much anymore.
But this movie was supposed to come out last year, but fucking Craven the Hunter took its release date.
And it's so stupid because it would have been the 40th anniversary of the franchise, the 40th
So fuck,
anniversary of the original.
so fuck you, Craven the Hunter, for stealing its release date.
Yeah,
Because
that's stupid.
that movie was so bad. Oh my
It was
god.
ass.
Oh yeah.
All right, and coming to Max or HBO Max is a film called Mountainhead from the creator of Secession, Jesse Armstrong. It's got Steve Carell, Alex. It's got Jason
Yeah.
Schwartzman and Rami Youssef. All I know about it is like a
Ooh,
bunch of rich people on a mountain, I guess. So
I
So,
heard. No, I heard of this. I didn't know a lot of. I didn't know who was in it, but I remember seeing that title
but
before.
it's funny because Steve Carell has a show coming out on Netflix on the 1st with Tina Fey. So he'll be a busy boy.
Yeah, him and Pedro Pascal.
Because he's not in the new Wes Anderson movie, is he?
I don't think so. No,
all right, so
Because I know
June
Steve Carell was in the last one. That's why I
June
asked.
6th.
June
June
6th.
6th. So, first off, we have Ana de Armas starring in Ballerina from the world of John Wick, the John Wick spinoff.
Oh, can I just say something about this? When I saw the trailer for that, I was like, wait, isn't John Wick dead? And then I looked it up, and it
Hold
takes.
on,
Spoilers, Alex.
spoilers. Although they're planning,
Spoilers, Alex.
apparently they're planning a fifth one, so I don't know how that would work. But
Unless it's like a,
so
unless it's like Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom, where part 5 takes it place in between like part 1 or part 2, something stupid.
So, yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Apparently, this ballerina movie takes place in between 3 and 4.
That's
So,
another franchise I've not gone into, Alex. Is John Wick?
you
Sorry.
should. It's a solid franchise, I think.
Yeah,
it
like I feel like
is.
I would get into that more than Mission. I feel like I would like it more than Mission Impossible.
Because there's only like 4 films. Oh, but there's also a TV series
Oh, I forgot about that. Which I heard
and
the TV series was pretty good.
this spinoff. So,
Yeah, so I probably will not see this right away.
and I know you mentioned it, but the 6th is the wide release for Wes Anderson's latest film, The Phoenician Scheme.
So, we've talked about this a little bit, but not recording.
Oh yeah, we briefly talked about this movie. I'm personally excited for it. So,
No, I am too, but it just like looks like a lot of like his most recent stuff.
I feel like they used sets like Alex. Remember that? Remember the short? I don't remember exactly which one it was, but the one where they were like in a field.
Yeah, no, I feel like they reused the sets from that.
Like I feel like they reused the sets from that and Asteroid City.
Yes, absolutely.
I
I
don't
mean, it
know. That
definitely
sounds
looks better
economic to
than.
me.
I mean, it looks better than his last 2 movies, but yeah, and you're right. True economic that he did do this movie pretty soon after he did those movies.
I don't know. I really liked Asteroid City, and
I
I
did
also and I
too.
also really liked his Roald Dahl's short stuff that he did.
I did
I
too.
think they should have just released it as one full film. Although then he wouldn't have won the Oscar for best short film, I guess. So,
And we finally got an Oscar, yeah.
uh, I mean, I enjoyed the French Dispatch, but not as much. I have you know
And then what was
there's
before French
sections that I
Dispatch?
liked of the French
Isle
Dispatch,
of
but
Dogs.
Okay, so this will probably be my favorite. And then what's before Isle of Dogs? Hope Budapest Hotel.
so
Yes.
but
This reminds me of Grand Budapest Hotel.
yeah,
The way the trailer was.
I hope I'm kind of excited for this because I don't know because
Yeah, I originally wasn't, but then I saw another trailer. I saw the trailer again. I was like, oh, I mean, it looks like it could be better than Asteroid City.
I feel like this will be a movie we see as a group anyway, so
Yeah, unless like the reviews are really bad, I will probably
no.
see it.
All right, there is a film, The Ritual. I don't think Zack is going to see this one because it's an exorcism horror film, and I know he's not particularly fond of those. But this one,
I'm not.
but this
No.
this one is quote unquote based on a true story. I mean, about as based on a true story as an exorcism film can be.
Although
Um,
I will say, I don't
and
know, Matt, if I told you this, that I did end up seeing the original Exorcist 2 years ago for Halloween.
well, there is
I think
that.
I
I mean,
watched.
you will see the classics, but you probably won't see a lot of exorcism
Yeah, I
films.
don't see a lot of the new I don't
This
think I've ever
one
seen a new I'll see classic Exorcism movies, but I will not see like new Exorcism movies.
But this one is
Those new,
starring Al Pacino. Al
Oh.
Pacino.
I think. Wait, I don't know if you changed his mind there.
Oh, I don't think I did.
I don't know. I'd have to see a trailer to decide because I do like Mr. Pacino.
And last but not least, releasing that day is The Life of Chuck. It is a Stephen King adaptation from our boy Mike Flanagan, starring Tom Hiddleston. I'm very excited for this one because it is the film that won the People's Choice Awards last year at the Toronto International Film Festival, winning over Anora for Best Picture
Wait,
for
really?
People's Choice.
Huh.
Yeah, at the
I
film
know. I'm
festival.
excited for this movie. I like Mike Flanagan. I hope
I
he
keep.
gets the Exorcist movie right next year.
I haven't seen all of his movies, but the ones I have seen, I've liked. So
Hmm.
Oh wait, actually, there's one more film, but this one's streaming. Coming to Hulu, it's Predator, Killer of Killers. So it's the first of two Predator films that's actually coming out this year from Dan Trachtenberg.
oh yeah.
All right,
This
this one's
one,
like
but this one
animated,
is
right?
animated. Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's Predator Badlands and then Predator Killer of Killers.
Badlands, I think, is the one that's going to theaters, and then
This one's going to Hulu.
Hmm. Prey was excellent, so I hope these ones are good.
All right, on the 12th, we have the film
it'd be the
Deep.
13th. You said the
Well, it's
12th.
yeah, this one's coming out on the 12th because it's
Oh.
actually coming to Prime Video, not to
Oh, all
theaters.
right. Never mind. Never mind.
Yes. This one is called Deep Cover, not to be confused with the 90s Lawrence Fishburne film. This is actually an action comedy starring Sean Bean, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Orlando Bloom. I think they're like actors or something like that, and then it's like an action comedy or something. I,
Well, Matt,
I
we
didn't look
know
too much into the plots.
Matt, we know they're actors, but what's the movie
No,
about?
like in the movie, they are actors.
Oh.
All right, now on the 13th. So we get another live action remake of an animated film. We've got
Oh,
How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm not seeing that. I'm sorry.
But also coming out that year, it's Celine Song's follow up to Past Lives, Materialists. It's got Dakota Johnson and
Chris Evans. Oh, and Pedro
Pedro
Pascal.
Pascal. That's what I was
I
going
mean,
for.
Charlie XCX declared one of the summers this summer as she could declared it at Coachella. I don't know if anybody saw this. She declared it a Celine Song summer. So she also
There we go.
declared it an Ari Aster summer, which we'll get to that later.
But in terms of movies that day, I have no desire to see How to Train Your Dragon. I
I
haven't.
do not either.
I have to see. I do need to rewatch the original animated movie though, because it's been forever since I've seen that. But I have no desire to see a live action remake of it.
Your nieces won't drag you to that one, Alex.
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's good. Don't tell them about it just in case.
For one, it's too soon. Like the original's not even that old, so it's dumb.
All right. On the 20th, we have 28 years later,
I
where Danny Boyle's coming back to direct this horror sequel, and It's also being written by Alex Garland, who wrote the original as well. So they're teaming
So,
back up.
I'm looking forward to that one. I haven't seen the originals, but I want to watch those now that they're more available on streaming than they used to be.
the one thing I will say, I fucking love how that trailer starts off with kids watching the Teletubbies.
Yeah, it's funny because the Teletubbies did originate in England, I think.
Oh,
Strangely enough,
All right. Then on the same day, we have Bride Hard. It's a
that
wedding action comedy starring Rebel Wilson.
sounds like Die Hard.
I think that's what they're going for.
Paul
Oh my
Blart
god,
already.
is this going to be like Spy
I don't
with
know.
Melissa McCarthy?
Paul
It's like
Blart already did Die Hard. We don't need a million other movies doing that shit.
And then also coming that day, it's the long-awaited Pixar animated film Elio. That film has
finally,
been that film has
finally.
been put back like a couple of years, so but now it's actually releasing. So
I saw a trailer for that before Snow White. It actually looked pretty good.
Mm.
and now a week later on the 27th, we have F1. It's the Formula One racing film with Brad Pitt. It's also directed by Joe Kosinski. He's the director of Top Gun Maverick. So he's following up Top Gun Maverick with this big racing film.
And this is an Apple film, right? But it's getting a
Yeah, but it's
theatrical
also going
release.
to
It's going to theaters, yes.
Yeah.
Also coming
F1.
out that also coming out that day, it's Megan 2.0, or as I call it, Mathregan.
that trailer was so fucking cringe. I hope the movie's not, because I did kind of like the first one, but
I
that
know
trailer.
you've watched that one quite a bit.
I've only watched it like 2, 3 times, but that trailer, oh my
But
god.
you watched it twice in 1 year. So when I noticed that you do that, I noticed that you like a movie, which is a good thing. No, I mean that's a good thing.
Yeah. But the
Also,
trailer for this new one, it looked stupid, so I hope the movie's not stupid. So,
Especially now because like AI is like everywhere. Like I feel like they're gonna. I just hope they don't try too hard. I still have to see the original one, but I it's just crazy that like AI is like even more popular than when the first movie came out. So I wonder if they're gonna like try too hard. And like Alex said, it's gonna be so cringy because they're trying too hard with the AI stuff and just in general being cringe.
oh yeah, absolutely.
also coming out in limited that day is a film that is on my radar just because it was a big hit at Sundance. It didn't win at Sundance, but I mean, it won Best Writing at Sundance, but didn't win
Hmm.
like. But it's Sorry Baby from Ava Victor. She wrote, starred, and directed it, so um, I might be interested in seeing that.
It's
Now,
cool.
July 2nd. That's actually my brother's birthday.
Oh,
Hey, happy birthday to Matt's brother.
In July on the 2nd. It's Jurassic World Rebirth. It's the seventh Jurassic Park film. It's got Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey. I know Ben wouldn't be interested in seeing that,
Oh, definitely
but
not.
if it's like if the reviews come out and it's like this movie is stupid and dumb fun, then maybe I'd be interested.
but see, the thing is, the last movie, I was like, I'm not gonna fucking see this, and then I saw it, and I was like, this isn't really that bad.
Yes, maybe that'll happen again. I personally, unless somebody that I'm close to, like a friend or family member, wants to see it, I'll see it. But other than that, I don't have any intention of seeing it because I was under the impression with Jurassic World Dominion that the franchise was going to end, and they wrapped
I
everything up.
was too, but this is like a standalone now, so it's not.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm
But
hoping
now I
that
get the feeling
like is this franchise becoming like the Fast and Furious? Like we're gonna have
dinosaurs in space.
dinosaurs in space.
Yeah, Zach.
Dinosaurs in Antarctica.
We'll go wild with. It. I want them to just go batshit with it.
A dinosaur fights a submarine, just like in
I want
Fate of the
a
Furious.
dinosaur racing film.
Yeah.
I want
Dinosaurs in space. Dinosaurs
I
in a
want a
volcano.
dinosaur horror film in the Jurassic Park universe. I
You kind
want
of got that with Fallen Kingdom. It looks like the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I heard they're leaning a little more into horror on this one. Because it's like in the trailer, it says the dinosaurs that were too dangerous for the park. It's like,
What?
really?
if you had it
You had to
my
see that.
way,
Like, calm down.
if you had it my way, I would have had it be like a post-apocalyptic kind of film to end off the franchise. To be like now all of
Mm.
the humans are extinct and now the dinosaurs are taking over again, and that would be like how the franchise ends.
Yeah, so I feel like this time I'm like Alex from the last movie where I'm not going to see it, but then maybe I will see it and then it won't be that bad. I just
So,
have a different reason of not seeing it a little bit than Alex from the last movie because, like, I'm probably not going to see the next Halloween Michael Myers movie because, like, it's called Halloween Ends. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not going to, like, unless it's like a saga and they're not making things up, like, I'm not going to see these sequels to movies. But, like Matt said, it's a standalone. So, but still, right now I'm not seeing it, but that might change.
and it might go to the cock like not that long after it comes out.
Yeah,
So
forget that movie. The Wolfman already made it to the cock. So,
I just watched that. It actually wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
mm.
All
Alright,
right, so there was supposed to be a movie on the 4th, so I don't know if there's going to be like a movie that's going to replace it. Originally, it was going to be the Trey Parker Kendrick Lamar film,
Yeah, that did get delayed.
but now it's been pushed back a year. So unfortunately, but there's going to be a re-release of This Is Spinal Tap. So there's
hmm.
that.
So
Oh,
we're
that's
moving on.
well. They're making a second Spinal Tap. I heard.
Yes, but that's not coming out in the summer, so I'm not talking about it.
All right, sorry.
Sorry, that did sound like I'm not talking about it. Okay, shut up. So I hated that I
Duly
said it
noted.
in
I will
that
not
way,
talk about
but
any movies for the rest of the episode that aren't
no,
coming out in
no,
the
no.
summer.
I'm making fun of the way that I said it. So I'm sorry about that. That it came off like
It's all
that.
right because now now I'm even. Now we're even because you said to Alex, excuse you. So
Uh, on the 11th, we've got Superman. It's James Gunn's first foray into the new rebooted DC universe, and David Corn's Wheat
Something like
yeah,
that. We'll go with that.
Sweat.
yeah,
David Corn Sweat.
he was in Pearl.
He's gonna be Superman, so I'm hoping this is good because it's actually from what I've seen, it looks pretty good.
It does.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic about this movie. I was talking with a friend the other day that James Gunn's movies and shows are have the same like humor and stuff. Like, I'm hoping this one's a little more serious than
If
his
it's
other films.
ass, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, me too.
On the 18th, we've got Eddington, which is the Ari Aster dark comedy with Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Stone, and
Pedro
Oh,
Pedro
Pascal.
Pascal. You got to be on the come up there.
Is it going to be 3 hours?
I don't know. Is it
what?
I'm
gonna
kidding.
is it gonna be like
I was afraid.
as long as Bo is afraid? I don't know.
I'm just kidding. It probably won't be. It'll probably be at least 2.5 hours, knowing him.
Well, I mean, Bo is Afraid was fucking 3 hours, for God's sakes.
I'm
Yeah,
very
it was like
interested
one.
in it, and
It was like 1 minute. It was like 1 minute longer than The Godfather.
I'm interested in his turn from straight up horror with his first two films to something a lot more like psychological with experimenting in different genres like Bo was Afraid and like what this is looking like. So
Yeah, that's cool.
we also have a remake of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
So I think
I have nothing else to
a
add to that.
trailer just came out for that. I've only seen the first movie. I will probably only see it if it gets good reviews.
I've never seen the original, so I have no comment.
The
And
original's good,
then
but Scream is a better movie.
And then we have the Smurfs, the new animated Smurfs remake starring
Oh, I saw
Rihanna.
I saw a poster for that yesterday when I saw Sinners, and I was like, "Oh, Rihanna is going to be Smurfette." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
So we don't need to talk about this one.
It looks it looks like ass, and it's
Like, can
like,
they just let this franchise die? I mean, they had that
Didn't they
like
have one
is this
where
they had
another
the
like
animated.
Smurfs going in the portal film too?
Yeah, like they had a Smurfs movie like a few years ago that was all animated. Like they're rebooting it again. Like
we that was the one where Demi Lovato was Smurfette, right?
I think
And
I
Rain
never saw
Wilson
it.
was and Rain Wilson was Gargamel.
Yeah, I never saw it. I probably will never
It's
see
like,
it. I always saw the
Rihanna, you're behind the mic. Just make a new album. You haven't made a new album since 2016.
she doesn't need to because she is a billionaire.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I know it's
think of
stupid.
her
I know.
fans.
Maybe she'll do like what Lady Gaga did and do like a 6.5 album when she did the Joker Folia do the Harley Quinn album. So now
The
just so that Rihanna will do a
Oh yeah, that's
Smurf
the thing that
album.
her fans want. Like, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
she
we need
finally released an album, but it's tied with the Smurfs.
yes.
Uh,
That's exactly it. Matt. It doesn't it keeps people's expectations confused.
Oh god.
oh god.
All right, July 25th. We have the Fantastic Four First Steps. It's the Fantastic Four reboot. This one made specifically for the MCU, starring Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Moss Backrack. I think that's how you pronounce his name, and also
Oh, Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Yes,
Alex did it this time. I wanted Alex to do it.
Oh, but even Moss Backrack, I think he was in that No Hard Feelings movie, so I think I know who that is.
That's
so that's
cool.
coming to theaters. And you know what? I kind of like the sort of retro kind of thing it's going for, like
Can I just say
alternate kind of
this?
thing.
Yeah, me too. I think this one will be the best MCU movie of this year. I think this will be the best one, then Thunderbolts, and then the worst one will be Captain America: Brave New World.
I don't know if I'll see it, but if I'm interested in seeing it, it'll probably once it's like streaming or something like that. But
So I feel like every 10 years, right, they make a Fantastic Four movie and it's terrible. And I really hope this doesn't follow that trend.
Yeah, you're right because the first one came out in like 2005. The reboot came out in 2015. This one's coming out in 2025. That is funny that that's the way it happened. We get a Fantastic Four movie every 10 years, so we're gonna get another one in 2035.
But there
oh
was that
boy,
other one that came out in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
Also,
that didn't really get released or something, right?
yeah.
all right. Now this one I know Alex is going to talk about, and it'll
Yeah, I
take
know
over the podcast.
Alex is excited about
Coming to
this
Netflix, it's
weekend.
Happy Gilmore 2.
So Happy Gilmore is one of my all-time favorite comedy movies. So naturally, I've been waiting for a sequel since I was a teenager. Um, but like, there is one thing I'm worried about. Is it going to be ass?
That's always a question with
That's up to
sequels, I
you.
guess. Is it going to be ass or is it going to be good? I
I
mean,
mean,
I guess that's what you want to think with most movies, right? You go in thinking like, is this going to be ass or is this going to be good?
right. It's just the way culture we live in now. Either movie's ass or it's excellent.
And I'm scared it's going to be ass. I don't know why.
I mean, it can't be that bad. It has good people attached to it, but
Um,
that hasn't stopped movies from being bad before.
so here,
It's either like one or two things. It's bloody awful or all right.
so
Yeah.
we have Adam Sandler returning, obviously, but then we also have Christopher McDonald and Julie Bowen returning from the original. So
So again, another sequel decades in the making.
yes, But like I was excited to hear that Julie Bowen was going to be in this after watching Modern Family. So
Right? Yeah, because we tracked in this podcast. We tracked your journey into Modern Family.
yes, but I knew that was her before I watched the show. So
Right.
All
Now, did
right.
you ever
Now
think
we're
there was going to be a sequel, Alex, or no?
I didn't think there would be one like almost 30 years later that would go straight to Netflix. Like I thought it would have been a sequel that would have came out like 10 years ago. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
ready to go into August.
August.
Wait,
All
no,
right.
I'm just wait. Watch Happy Gilmore 2, even if it's ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
We hope it isn't. We hope it's good.
Well, the only thing that's annoying me is his fucking wife and daughter in it. That's pisses me off.
Mm.
Oh, and Travis Kelsey, fuck him.
Oh yeah, that guy. We've
Jeez.
talked about him a lot on the pod. We've talked a lot about him and his girlfriend.
But his pod is
Matt got what I was going there for.
his pod
His
is
girlfriend.
ass.
Yeah, I, I mean, I'm again, as you guys know, I only have Netflix from like Oscar season to like middle to late spring, so I'm probably not gonna watch it right away until I get it at Netflix again. But if Alex really likes it and recommends it, maybe I will get Netflix again just to watch it. But we'll see.
But you think you what do you think? You think it's a movie I'll like? Hopefully.
I think it's a movie I'll like. I think it's a movie that you'll like.
It's a movie Sean and Ben would criticize for no reason without seeing it.
I think it's a movie Matt would ironically like. I feel like it's a movie he would maybe watch with his brother, maybe, or
Yeah.
watch with us. I don't know.
Yeah.
We watched it at Peter's house that time we went to his house, but I know Zach, you weren't there. But
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember you guys watching
I was
that.
I was I was trying to check out your computer and then I fell backwards in the plastic chair.
oh
Ooh,
yeah, that's right.
ooh.
No, it was actually kind of funny.
Oh,
Luckily, I
okay.
didn't break your computer.
But I'm going to see the original in theaters this coming weekend, and I'm excited for that.
Nice.
So,
That'll be awesome.
but I have to drive to fucking Mashpee for that. So thanks.
Fucking Mashpee.
Our listeners are like, Mashpee? Are we talking about like mashed potatoes and peas? Like, what are we talking about here?
All right, well, let me educate. So Mashpee
Is a town on the
is
Cape,
a is a town in Barnstable County on Cape Cod,
and
There you go.
it sounds fucking weird when you
and
see it.
it's the headquarters of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe.
Yeah, say that's all you need to know.
But the name of the town like sounds weird when you see it out of context.
Mm. That's why I said we should give some context.
And the way it's spelled too, it's like, oh, we're literally mashing urine.
Anyway, August.
August. Okay, so August 1st. First off, we got another animated film. We have The Bad Guys 2, the sequel to The Bad Guys.
I liked the bad guys, so I'll probably see
This
this one.
time this time we've got The Bad Girls. You know what that means.
What?
No,
Woke.
I don't.
Oh
Woke.
well,
Oh God.
I'm just joking. Don't worry about it.
I never comment on it.
All right, and then we've got The Naked Gun.
okay. I love the Lonely Island, but this movie looks fucking stupid as hell.
It does. I feel like this. They should have switched this movie, Alex, for Happy Gilmore too.
Now,
What do you
Like
mean?
have
it's
this movie come out on Netflix and have Happy Gilmore 2 come out in theaters.
Oh yeah, this is coming out in theaters, isn't it?
yes, as far as I'm aware.
It looks terrible.
It's a
But like I was
sequel.
saying,
It's a sequel to the Naked Gun trilogy, which itself was the film adaptation of the short-lived TV series Police Squad. Now this is not a remake, but a legacy sequel where Liam Neeson is the son of Leslie Nielsen in the original series.
That's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, there's this
Yeah.
great scene where all the children of all the characters from the first film are like weeping at this wall full of their pictures, and then we get to the son of the OJ character, and he just looks in the camera and he's like, "Nah."
All right, well,
so for
that's
this,
kind of funny.
so
Yeah,
for
because
those that
OJ was in the originals. Wasn't it like I haven't never saw the movies, but I remember one of the movies, the clips I saw, like OJ Simpson keeps getting hurt. Like they
I've only seen the first one, so
like they accidentally like he's in a wheelchair and Leslie Nielsen accidentally pushes him like down a far like down the stairs
Hmm.
or something like that. I think it's like a running gag that they always OJ Simpson's character always gets hurt in those movies. And it's kind of interesting that they released the movie after he passed away. But
but
it's a movie I'm probably not going to see because I never saw the originals,
so like I
and
was
it doesn't look good.
like I've said, I love The Lonely Island. I love Andy Samberg, but I think he's just producing this. I think, but yeah.
And then also we have the film Together. It's a body horror. I think it's a directorial debut, and it's starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco.
Oh, another husband wife movie. Great.
You're like, oh, great. Uh, they're together. Oh, great.
Well, no, because they're married in real life. That's why
I
I
know.
said that.
I know. I was just interested in the way that you said it. That's all.
I got you.
Yeah. On the 6th, we have this comedy horror called Sketch. I don't know too much about it, but it's got Tony Hale.
That's enough for me to fucking Buster Blues. Hell yeah.
All right. On the 8th, we have a film called Weapons. It's a horror film. It's from the director of Barbarian, um, Zack
I'm back. Sorry.
Kreger. I fucked spelling his name.
What's his name?
Zach Kreger,
Zach
the
Kreger. Oh,
director of.
sorry. I thought you were calling me. My bad.
Oh no! I'm talking about the director of Barbarian. He's directing this new
Funny that
horror film
the only other
called
director I know of is Zack Snyder. So, oh, and then there's
Weapons.
also director Zach Penn, but his name is Zak, which is kind of a weird spelling.
Anyway, all I know about Weapons is that it's about a bunch of missing children.
Oh, so
Uh,
what's another horror film from him?
Kind of, yeah. I don't know. It looks interesting because the trailer didn't show too much,
Hmm.
which I think is good. Uh, Also coming out is another Legacy sequel,
Yay!
Freakier Friday.
I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Another movie that was going to go to streaming that got a theatrical release.
Yeah, no,
Probably
I'm
because
actually.
Jamie Lee Curtis won an Oscar, so they're like, oh, and Lindsay Lohan's having a mini comeback. What Disney's like, we'd be foolish not to release this in theaters as they kiss all the money that they're gonna make.
I feel like you're saying this sarcastically, but also ironically.
Yes. I don't know how I feel about this movie. I'm interested in it. I don't say I'm excited for it, but interested in it.
Me too.
All right.
Hmm.
On the 15th, we have Nobody 2, the action sequel to Nobody,
So,
starring
Alex, I know you're looking
Bob
forward to
Odenkirk.
this.
What? Nobody
Yeah,
too.
because you liked the first movie.
I haven't seen it since it came out, but yes, I did like it.
Well, I
Nobody
know
too.
Here's something that might be of interest. On the 22nd, it's the movie Americana, starring Sydney Sweeney.
My wife. That's not Anna Kendrick.
It's a crime thriller. I think it was released like film festival wise like 2 years ago, and is now getting a wider release.
Oh, probably because she's in it.
That's what she's.
Um,
Oh wait, no, that doesn't make
That
sense.
no, it could.
it
I don't know.
could.
I'm more waiting for her
Having
movie that
you
she's doing with Anna De
is
Armas and Anna Taylor Joy. Let's just say that those theaters are going to be packed, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, because they're both hot.
Yeah, and I think Anna Taylor Joy's in it. If she isn't, then you have Anna De Armas and Sydney Sweeney. So
Oh, all
it's a
three of
little
them
makes
are
me
in
it's
there.
making me steamy just thinking about it.
Oh, all three of them are in the same movie. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Hmm.
there's been so many memes about it, and the movie's like hasn't even come out yet.
All right, we're on the last day.
The last weekend.
Yes, this is the last
Oh
weekend that
wow,
I have written.
We got
And
this quick. We got through this quicker than I thought.
like I said, there I didn't put in too many limited releases. Like I don't have the film The Roses, which stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman, I think.
There's another one, the Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd one called Friendship.
That is
Oh yeah, I
not
saw a
coming out
poster
in
for.
this period. It's
Are you?
coming out
Oh,
before.
oh, that's right. That's right.
Right, I was like, I saw a poster for that yesterday when I saw Sinners.
And not only that, but like I said, anything that's coming out in film festivals, like at the Cannes Film Fest, could come out during this time, but it could also come out in the fall. You never know. There's a lot of stuff that could get released, also streaming wise. So there's a lot of stuff that I haven't put on here, mostly because I don't know. Some of them might not exist yet, or not be, you know, put out press release wise at all. So who knows? So, but this is the
No, I
last
got.
day. So I have the film Caught Stealing, which is a Austin Butler led crime thriller directed by Darren Aronofsky. And
Uh,
this last horror film, the long awaited release of the horror remake The Toxic Avenger, starring Peter Dinklage.
Oh my god, I remember when that movie was in development in like 2011. Like this is like decades in the making.
Definitely.
I never saw any of the original movies, but I heard this one might be decent.
All right, and that's the summer. So
Nice. Good
I hope
job,
that all of
Matt.
you have your own specific film I mentioned that you're interested in or like very hopeful to see. And if we were much bigger, I'd be like, put down the comments what you're interested in seeing.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
All right.
Yeah. Um,
Good night.
surfs up.
Yeah, it's a great way to end it, I think.